All right, you guys. So, less cussing. I was a little bit heated. I don't want to get my message lost. A lot of people don't know the backstory, and I really want to talk about that more. It's a lot of receipts, and I really wanted to show them in a certain way to really tell the storyline. But I'm gonna be recording something tomorrow and actually just get stuff going because I really just want to get this portion of my life finished with. It's so crazy. I have enough. We can see it, or for those that want to see it, that's how it goes. And yeah. So what to talk about? I'm gonna react to a video today just to really show you guys what I mean, just what I mean basically with this whole movement. And so the first person that we're going to be talking about is Amber, what's her face? Amber Nye. The first person we're going to be talking about is Amber Nye.
Hey everybody, it's Amber Nye here, and this is my very first YouTube video. Here on my channel, you're going to find some amazing anti-MLM content
I'm very excited.
based on just my own experiences and my knowledge of being in an MLM for 5 years. So a lot of insider knowledge. I'm going to break a lot of things down, and then I will also be talking about lifestyle things, makeup, beauty, how to dress a curvier body, and living with 2 rare diseases. I am also
Okay, so well, obviously, on her channel, she doesn't really talk about much or release much content. It just seems like she's in the community just because. And this is an older video from 2 years ago. And she's already told us that she's been in an MLM for 5 years, so she must know her stuff. I have never seen this video before, but I'm taking her word for it. And what else? She also says she's gonna talk about a couple different things on here in addition to anti-MLM.
also a very green micro influencer on Instagram, and the ways to follow me on all of my other social media channels, I'll link those below. But for now, we're gonna get right into it, which is my story and how I got roped into an MLM. And let's get to it. So I was part of Beachbody for 5 years, from 2013 to 2018. And in those 5 years, I saw the real inner workings and the mindset of these MLMs, and how the selling, recruiting, and how they really lie, especially corporate and these uplines, how they lie to people to just suck them in.
Okay, so people lie to suck them in. I mean, I'm sure in business, sometimes people lie, sometimes people are upselling. That's just how it goes. I mean, there are, we've heard of dirty car salesmen, right? We've all heard that, or we've heard of stories of that realtor sold me a bad house, a fucked up house. You can't, or sorry, no cussing. I don't know if people mind cussing. I cuss a lot in real life, but there are people that I've gotten sold bad cars. Like, what is the problem with selling? And what's the problem with recruiting? Recruiting is just getting people to join you in anything. That could be for a team, that could be for a job. Recruiting can be for a lot of different things. Okay.
So now I make it my mission to really speak out and educate and inform people who may not know, be as knowledgeable about this subject, and how these companies use these grooming tactics, to get people to join them. And, it's my hope that you will be able to spot those grooming tactics and the caution tape before it's too late. So how I got roped into Beachbody was in 2013. I was a new mom. I just had my second baby, and I just hated my body. I hated how I looked. I didn't bounce back as fast as I did with my first pregnancy. So I was just really feeling self-conscious, and that's the first way that Beachbody was able to catch my attention. During a late night feeding with the baby, I was up watching late night TV, of course, and an infomercial popped up on the TV, and it was for a program. And I was like, oh, you know what? I could probably do that. So I ordered it. I didn't originally have a coach, but after I had been doing this program for about 6 months, I had been posting updates on Facebook, and that's how my coach eventually found me. She was just like, hey, you know what? You could totally do this too. You're so inspiring. And coaching is, doing what you're already doing anyway, just posting what you're doing and how it works. And
Okay. Let's talk about this. Why is she talking like that person's talking to her like that? Or it's just kind of like talking down on that person that's trying to trying to sell and do their job, which is selling on the internet. You have to like, this person just found you out of nowhere. First, I would be a smart person is probably looking for, if this person's selling Beachbody, they're looking for people to sell it to. Where you are looking, where you are looking. I okay.
You'd totally be great at this, and you can make money while doing it. So why not? And I thought, okay, why not? And I was living in a new place. We had just moved that summer to a new state for my husband to start medical school. So I had no friends, no family. I was very alone and isolated, and the thought of, having this community, this online community, was really felt great to me. Like the allure of this just supportive community and tribe of women who empower each other was very, very, it pulls you in. Like, it really pulls you in.
So being positive pulls people in, and that's a bad thing. Why? Okay, I don't know why she's prefacing like it's a bad thing vibes, but okay, let's keep going.
Especially if you were like me, who was in that place where I was just like yearning to connect with somebody. Oh, but little did I know about the lies, manipulation, the love bombing, and just the false empowerment that I had walked myself into.
I've already been watching these videos for a really long time, and it's really starting to, I guess, irritate me. Why this is an older video, obviously, when she first started it, but they've been using these terms for a really long time, and it's kind of dangerous. It's like weaponizing these terms, and at this point you can see it. It's a ad hominem, so this person must not be right, and their opinion is invalid. Love bombing, like, what? And another point, these people are just selling, right? And these people that are using ad hominems, all those certain words, those people study cult stuff. You know what I mean? They do this all day. They study cults. Okay? Do you get what I'm saying? The people in MLMs is not like they're reading that whatever guide they freaking talk about all the time. Cece, Julie, Aaron, they read the cult books. That is where their mind is. Those people in MLM still wake up in the morning, read it, and like know how to be a cult member. No. These people read it, okay?
So power hours were essential to helping grow your business. So in these power hours, it was an hour block set aside of your day that you were checking in with your team, checking in with your customers, doing any sort of training, personal development. You were posting about your workout, posting about your Shakeology or your Energize or your performance supplements, whatever they have now. And then you had to make a certain number of new connections every day. So you were, friending random people on Facebook or following random people on Instagram, that kind of thing. We were told to fake it till we make it, which was...
Okay, what are wrong with any of those things? A power hour sounds great. An hour dedicated to your job. If anything, it should be more a day. And what was the second point she was making? So basically complaining about working. I'm just gonna be honest.
We're, friending random people on Facebook or following random people.
Oh yeah. So talking to people to actually sell the Beachbody is a problem. So how are you gonna make the money? Okay, but in all seriousness, how are you going to make the money if you're not doing all of these things? People are just gonna fly to you? Serious. And you have to listen to all of these people's stories. It's all the same.
On Instagram, that kind of thing. We were told to fake it till we make it, which was essentially you were supposed to give off the perception that this was so easy for anybody to do. You only had to use an hour or two a day to dedicate to your business, and your life was thriving.
Okay. Okay, so why would you wear stress on your face at work? Do you see a model like that's in very high heels look stressed in the face? You gotta fake it to make it. You don't come to work crying. You don't do any of that. You can do that at home.
For it, and you were making money and you were helping people and it helped you feel good and you were able to be present with your kids and yada yada yada. But really, it was all lies. Like, you were constantly glued to your phone. You weren't able to really be present. You weren't able to really have a life outside of this Beachbody business.
Who made you do that? Was someone holding a gun to your head? Who made you work? And if you didn't want to, I'm pretty sure you could quit.
We were told the more open you are, then the more people you are going to be able to connect with because of that openness. So, basically telling your whole life story to get people to connect with you on another level.
Yes, this is all true. This is how you make friends. This is how you do business. I'm failing to see. It's like she's making everything that's positive a negative because I'm actually not hearing any necessarily any misinformation. I'm hearing, yeah, she's just making everything negative.
And to be able to trust you is what that ultimate goal was, which then in turn turned into turning them into customers and eventually part of your downline. And the ultimate goal was to always be growing your downline, because ultimately that is where all the real money is made. So if these Huns are telling you it's not about recruiting, they're a damn lie. Okay, it is always about the recruiting.
What's their problem with recruiting? And there's no problem with recruiting. Their definition is totally messed up. It's when there's only recruiting going on. It's not when most of the company is recruiting or anything like that. It's when nobody's making money, investing money, and they'll lose it all. Recruiting, it makes sense. It's either you're recruiting people to join your team or recruiting people to join Beachbody. It's a sales job.
Because ultimately you're going to be making more money from your team's volume and what your team sells under you, rather than you just selling the products themselves. And that's the truth of it. So what made me start to really question things and really make me see the light was after I had reached that coveted diamond rank that I had worked so hard for. I literally spent hours upon hours upon hours of pouring myself into this business and into my team for me to be able to reach.
Okay, so let's just be real here, because it's never about bullying. Like I might like be a little bit petty in my writing, but if I'm gonna be talking about this, I want to be serious and come across. What? Hold on.
It's not about recruiting. They're a damn lie. Okay, it is always about the recruiting, because ultimately you're going to be making more money from your team's volume and what your team sells under you, rather than you just selling the products themselves.
That's only if you're not pulling your weight. And I don't think you ever did that. So they carried you. It sounds like. Just being real here.
And that's the truth of it. So what made me start to really question things and really make me see the light was after I had reached that coveted diamond rank that I had worked so hard for. I literally spent hours upon hours upon hours of pouring myself into this business and into my team.
Okay. You can spend all the time in the world doing something, but if you're not putting in effort and quality effort, you're never going to get results. If you're not talking to people, because sales is a really hard job, not everybody's cut out for it. So if you're not talking to people or know how to talk to people, you're not going to sell. If you think just messaging people and they're going to buy it from you, no. You have to go out and find people. You have to be personable. And anybody that's not would find all of this to be really hard, right?
For me to be able to reach, everything started falling apart. And then that's when I started noticing those red flags that I had been ignoring for so long. And yeah, it's, whew, it got crazy.
Why do you keep saying red flags? Because you're labeling everything as a cult. and you're laughing about it. I've seen some videos of, you see on YouTube, some people that, I just left the Amish, I just left a group, and they're like scared, they don't talk to their family members, they're down, they have PTSD. Like, she's like, ha ha ha, just be real.
So you're told that when you hit diamond rank, that is really when you start to grow your business, and that it shows that you've been working, and it's the start of you really being able to kind of take a step back and maybe it be a little bit easier. But in reality, I really spent more time trying to micromanage my downline than so I could keep my rank intact. And to be honest, it was really stressful, especially when your upline is putting pressure on you to keep your rank so they don't lose their rank.
I don't think that that's true, but yeah, I mean, in any job, the manager, like, I've been a waitress, and they say, okay, we're gonna make this much in sales, this is how much sales you made today. That's how it works. And I'm a waitress, I'm supposed to upsell, that's what I'm supposed to do. I'm supposed to get people what they want, ask them if they want something else, recommend certain things. Okay, your point.
Because again, all that mattered was your downline and your volume and your weekly cycle bonuses, because that's where the bulk of your income came from. So
Yes, it's your job, and it's your manager's job. And you're taking up space if you're not selling, girl? Yeah, she's gonna put pressure on you as a good boss, someone motivating you, and if not, like, she's just telling you to go with the program or get lost. That's how it goes. That's how I would run it.
if a coach under you lost their rank, you lost your rank and you lost a good chunk of your monthly income. And so and if that happens, you feel really guilty because you feel like you let your team down and you let your mentor down, but really it's all a crock of bullshit.
She didn't really give any examples of her losing money or her rank. Uh, she just says some shit and just she's pretty mean.
I mean, the leader of my team, my mentor, literally told us that if we were not actively hitting Success Club every month, if we weren't rank advancing and showing that we were putting in the work, then we weren't worth her time. Dead serious.
Well, she said it. She said it. And yeah, I mean, maybe some are more direct than others. It would be kind of, I mean, maybe, I don't know how the relationship was. It seems like you're leaving out maybe a few details in that. I feel like she wouldn't just text and be like, you're not worth it to me. Like, but if you're lollygagging, yeah, it would make sense for someone to be like, you're not worth my time, sorry. What, you want people to lie to you? Back to life, back to reality.
My husband and I were constantly fighting about money because I was spending more money than I was making to, give off the perception that being a coach and being able to be your own boss and work from home was successful for me when it wasn't, and it was really putting a lot of unneeded stress on our relationship. And then
That sounds like a you problem. That sounds all you problem.
in the true colors of my teammates, my sisters, my tribe started to come to light.
Isn't she? She's just checking off all the boxes. Everything happened to her, right?
Especially when they start passing you in rank. They started, having this sense of entitlement and not wanting to give you the time of day. And really, it was because at the end of the day, you were their competition. You weren't teammates. That's what I talked about, this false sense of empowerment. It was all fake because
Okay, what are your sales, girl? Because you keep on saying they're mad at you, but they were making you money because you are never making them more money. So what's the problem? What were your sales if you're such like if they should have kept you and if you're such a good seller, why don't you prove it?
because you within your team, who you're recruiting below you as your personal coaches, like everybody is everybody else's competition. And then with the thing happened, which
I don't see why anybody would be competition. I feel like some people might be a little bit competitive and some people might just maintain. I don't know. It's not a workplace. MLM is like you're at home doing everything. Yeah, you're like in a text in a group chat, most likely. Uh, Maybe it's a little bit competitive for depending what team you're on. But I'm sure if you talk to your whoever your boss or person you at saying I'm only like doing this a little bit, I'm not interested in ranking up, that would be cool. It's not a actual job. You are an independent contractor.
I think is what is ultimately the downfall of every MLM, and that is I ran out of my warm market to sell to recruit, et cetera, et cetera. By warm market, I mean like my family, my friends, my acquaintances, people that I knew in person or knew through somebody else. Ran out of all of those people to recruit, sell to, and then I had to turn to trying, my cold market, which was, basically reaching out to strangers. And
Okay, sorry you don't know that many people. And obviously, you run out of people you know. And yeah, you have to eventually sell to people you don't. Why is that a bad thing? Do you want them to provide the customers to you? It's an independent contracting job where you're at home or wherever you're selling. It's not like you're at a register making sales.
wasn't so easy then. Inevitably, I lost Diamond, and with it, all the perks and adoration that came with being a leader on my team. So when I got pregnant with my now 2-year-old in the summer of 2017, I decided to take a step back from the business because I was just burnt out. But I was encouraged by my upline that, having this baby would be a game changer for me and sort of a business reboot, as she put it, because, once I had the baby, then I would be able to show off my results of losing all the baby weight. During that time, I had a couple.
Okay, she's thinking smart. She's thinking for you. And that would be smart.
Really level-headed friends come to me and be like, look, what you're doing really isn't all that it seems, and you should really kind of take a deeper look and do a little bit more research into this. So that's when I got involved in the anti-MLM community, and I started to really see how predatory my company was, and really all MLMs are, and how I was being exploited and gaslighted this whole time. During this break, I ended up being a high-risk pregnancy, and when when that happened, it was like I was invisible to my whole team.
I don't know. It's just giving off the vibes that you're kind of trying to make it seem negative that they told you to use it for like promoting or you getting fit, but then you're kind of using this story to push your anti-MLM channel.
You know, these were the women who were supposed to be my sisters and my community, my tribe. And, you know, some of them I had talked to every single day. And, you know, when I had said that I was taking a step back to focus on me and my health and my family, it was like, okay, bye. Pure crickets. And like I didn't exist. Nobody checked up on me, thought to say, hey, how you're doing? How are you doing? How you feeling?
So sorry. I mean, people suck. But I don't know. It's just giving like you're not really that sad. And I felt like there would be a little more emotion, but we're not gonna go there. Let's just go to the facts.
And by the time DJ was 6 months old, I was over it. Over the fake friendships. I was over the fake persona of empowering myself and empowering other women.
Oh, she said it. She said it. It was fake of her to be empowering women. She said it. I don't even have to do anything. They said it themselves. Next point.
The lies and the exploitation, and ultimately over the preying on vulnerable people's insecurities to try to make a buck.
I love how I'm pausing these, and each time she's just making a face after saying like pretty inflammatory statements about a company and being in such a environment. But you know.
Especially being a new mom for the third time, I was just really over feeling like I had to prove a point, or that my body was only worthy if I was fit and thin.
Okay, and that's you. That's like the whole point of the whole MLM movement. And that's you. That's your own personal experience.
I was really over just feeling like I had to lose weight just to be a person. And I
don't think anyone was forcing you to lose weight. And if they were, show the receipts. Maybe there was like a pressure you put onto yourself, but I'm sure no one was putting a gun to your head to lose weight. You were in a vulnerable state, losing a baby. I'm not losing a baby, sorry. Losing baby weight and stuff like that, just having a baby, maybe a little bit of postnatal depression, however. But what?
I decided I never wanted to feel that way again or make anybody else feel that way, and try to rope them into this terribly fat-phobic company. And when I left, my whole team deleted me off of Facebook. They called me bitter when I spoke out and kind of shared some truths about why I quit. And, they said that I was just angry and sad and bitter because I couldn't get to the level that they were at. I mean, it's laughable, really.
Is it though?
No matter how free these Huns tell you that they are, there will be nothing as freeing as I am now. Being able to speak my mind and not feel like I have to censor myself, especially when, there's a lot of things that I am passionate about, talking about politics and activism and all those things entail. I never wanted to speak up about that before because I didn't, for fear of ruffling feathers or possibly losing some.
Girl, don't play like you're scared of anything. You know you're not.
One as a customer, because again, it's just all about money. In closing, Be smarter than me. If something feels like it is way too good to be true, 99.9% of the time, it is. Secondly, do your research, not what your upline or the company itself is feeding to you. Literally get on YouTube or Google. They are great free resources for you to really search and find unbiased sources that will help you see why this is not.
Do you know what unbiased means? Everything you said here was so biased. So biased.
What it's cracked up to be. Do not let these companies or these people sell you on a lie, and don't allow yourself to be gaslighted or taken advantage of. I was for just way too long, and I really wish there was somebody like me or somebody, or I wish the anti-MLM movement had been a lot bigger than it is now, back at the beginning when I was getting started. So I could have just completely saved myself and, not wasted 5 years of my life and I have nothing to show for it. And if you are thinking about joining an MLM, or you are a distributor or a coach or whatever
That's because of you, girl. You're warning people because of your story. That's biased. That is so biased. If to look for unbiased information means you're looking at both sides and kind of finding the middle, because you need to see what both are saying.
Already part of something and you're watching this now, please come talk to me. You do not want to end up in debt or having to jeopardize any of your relationships with the people that you love the most, just on the basis of being able to design your own life and be a boss babe and the CEO of not your own company.
That's so what? It's so negative. You're telling people like you're not a boss. Talk to me and I'll show you what it really is.
And that's it. That's my story. Thank you so much for watching and, taking the time to really listen to what I had to say. If you really do like this kind of content, please like, comment, and subscribe to my channel. My plan is to have new videos every week. We will see how fast I can get.
Okay. So, that was that. We didn't get really much information from her story other than a lot of things were really hard for her and she felt bullied, and now she wants everybody to know her story and quit because she quit. Okay, good to know. Next. Who is it? Bye.